All right, so we're going to do a little rundown or a little example of what you guys are going to be doing with your meiosis modeling today, since I'm not here. So we're going to do a little bit of a simpler version, and we're going to take just the big pair of chromosomes from each parent. So we're going to take the red chromosome 1, or the big ones, and we're going to take the big chromosome 1s from the other parent. So we got the red and the green of the big size. And then we're going to do the same for the small ones and leave out the mediums. So we're going to take our 2 reds and our 2 greens. I'm going to move those guys over here, put these guys over here. And then for metaphase 1, for prophase 1, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a tetrad. So I'm going to take this pair of sister chromatids. I'm going to make a homologous pair of chromosomes and do that over here as well. They can be anywhere in the cell. You just need to form 2 tetrads, a tetrad of the big chromosomes and a tetrad of the small. So your prophase 1 should look like this. And then for metaphase, I'm actually going to move them in the middle of the cell. Get that out of the way. I'm going to move them in the middle of the cell like this. And the middle ones, to simulate crossing over, I'm actually going to swap them. So I'm going to take these guys and switch them. I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to switch these. Like that. In reality, crossover isn't that simple, but for our model, we're just going to do it that way, just for today. And so for metaphase 1, it should look like this. So you still have your tetrads, but you had some crossover take place, and you had your middle 2 switched. So metaphase 1, and then for anaphase 1, we're going to gap these a little bit. So in the end, we have a homologous pair here, homologous pair here, same here, same here. So this is what anaphase 1 looks like. Then we're going to start telophase 1, and so the cell is going to split. So telophase 1 should have these guys pulled towards the opposing poles of the cell, and then the cell membrane itself is going to actually split. So for cytokinesis, the first round, we have a homologous pair here and a homologous pair here, and same here. So we have our 2 daughter cells, end of meiosis 1. For prophase of meiosis 2, here's what you're going to draw. So for prophase of meiosis 2, we're going to have these guys together and these guys together, and this and this. So basically, you don't really change anything. Again, these guys can be anywhere in the cell, but they have to be paired up. And then for metaphase 2, this is where we line them up in the middle. And I want you to notice that I have the red on top of the green on top of the red. I'm doing that to show kind of an alternating pattern for our ending sex cells, but we'll get to that in a bit. So this is what metaphase 2 looks like. So they're down the middle of each of the cells, the metaphase plate, going down the middle. And then for anaphase, we're going to split these guys up. So these guys are going to go apart, these guys are going to go apart, and so are these guys. And then, for our very last bit of telophase, I'm actually going to remove our bits of yarn here and join them up with another bit. And I'm going to do that because we're going to have 4 cells in the end, and I can't really make that out of 2 pieces of yarn. Do that. I'm going to do this. Keep it nice and small. So now we're going to start our telophase 2. Telophase 2 is going to look like this, so that each of the daughter cells are going to be kind of splitting down the middle like we saw in our mitosis model yesterday. And then for cytokinesis after telophase 2, so this is what telophase 2 looks like, cytokinesis is going to happen, and then we're going to actually have our 4 daughter cells created. So let me see if I can do this in a way that's not entirely sloppy. So we have a daughter cell there, and then we have a daughter cell here, And then same goes for these. And then our final cell here. So now we've taken our 2 original daughter cells after meiosis 1 and created 4 new sex cells out of them. So these sex cells or gametes could be 4 sperm, or they could be 1 egg. So one of these could become an egg if you're female, and these other 3 could be dysfunctional polar bodies that would just die off. So that is kind of a guide for you as you model these on your own. And so if you're having any difficulty with the instructions, I hope this helped.